February 14th meeting of the Cemetery Commission is now open. So, first thing on our agenda is meeting with Nancy Yates.
Roll call.
Oh.
Joan Morton.
Present.
Ken Upham.
And Emery Oral.
Okay, I'm on.
Okay.
Rereading minutes of the meeting.
No.
You have less. Don't you read that first?
You don't have to.
Huh?
We usually, I make a motion that we usually take things out of order. But since this is how the agenda is, then we go by the agenda.
Don't we say that?
I just thought Nancy's not gonna be here that long.
Okay, so you might want to say that because.
Yeah. Well, we're just meeting with Nancy Yates to discuss possible funding for the restoration of a historic monument in Thompson Hill Cemetery, which is Phoebe Turner's table stone.
Okay. And I don't know that we'd be, first of all, I brought you a present. This is our draft. You can pass it around. It's your copy to keep.
Thank you.
That's the draft of our community preservation plan, which hopefully, now that we've had our public hearing, this will be available for us to vote on at our next meeting, which is next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. I don't think we had hopes, when I had talked to Emery, we had hopes of projects for the spring. So, and it doesn't have to be, I'm not here about a specific project because we won't be able to have one in time for Springtown meeting. It just hasn't worked out that way. But Fall Town meeting's another story. If you went on the Middleborough website for CPA, you can see that they have funded quite a few projects through CPA. So I thought it would be good to show you, maybe not specifically this one, but coming in the future. And if you look at this on page 2, it shows the graph of every year, 10% of our funding, which the last time I looked, for half the year we had taken in $104,000. So that was for half a year. So hopefully that projection, I think, is like about 238,000. So somewhere over 200,000 a year. 10% of that has to go to historic. So that would include you on the cemeteries. And if it's not used in a certain year, it goes into a dedicated account. So that will just keep going. And like I say, in the fall, I'm not exactly sure when, but I also brought the application, both sides. It's just a draft, and there'll be a simplified one actually that will have a preliminary plan so that people, if you look on the back, you can see you need a lot of things for it. Maps, agreements.
Oh, yeah.
So what we're gonna do is have a one-page preliminary that just makes sure you're eligible, so you don't go through all of this if you're not eligible.
Yeah.
So we'll have a simplified. So I'm gonna put you on a list for email, Emery.
Yes, please.
That will send out when this is finalized. You'll get a final copy, or I can drop off so you can all have a final copy. And when we vote on this is the actual application, because it's only a draft, we'll send that out too. And the dates when we're going to start. It probably for the November town meeting, we'll probably start accepting applications maybe September. We really haven't. We have to vote on exactly when and how much time and how many meetings, because we'll have to have a meeting to look at a preliminary. Things, if there's an emergency project, things can be taken out of order for the following year. We don't actually get a match on our money until 2024. But then it will be even over the 238,000,
Yeah.
whatever was projected. But the other really important page on here that I use all the time is page 7. And this came from the coalition, Community Preservation Coalition, and it's a really easy and good way to see if you're eligible. So I was passing this out to the boards too. You can look down and use the chart to see if your project's eligible. And it'll be what we use too. Like I say, I'm pretty sure we've changed a couple of things at our public hearing. We had someone come from Fish and Herring Commission, and they were concerned about, we didn't have anything about water-based recreation, so we had added a goal in there for water-based recreation. But besides for that one little change, I'm pretty sure there might be some minor edits and things like that. But this is pretty close to what it's gonna be. So I wanted to make sure that you had it, so that in the future, for projects, whatever you'd like to see, and I say, go to Middleborough website, because they have done quite a bit with their cemetery commission.
We're working with them.
Right, right.
In the Mascot Hill
Yeah.
to restore
They
the
have
chapel.
a cemetery commission now?
I don't think so.
No,
They
have any
don't?
commission.
Well, who are they working with then?
We're working, the Mascot Hill Cemetery has a big project with the Middleborough CPA to
Okay.
restore the chapel at the cemetery.
Well, somebody must be heading it up if they don't have a cemetery. I just
Yes,
assumed.
And the Mascot Hill, we're a private cemetery, so we're dealing directly with the CPA.
Okay, all right. Well, then you know more than I do. So there.
Maybe on just that one front.
No, that's okay. I just assumed somebody was working. That's another thing that came up about some of the projects is some of these projects really need like a person from the community to step it forward, because you were there.
Yeah.
And it came up about the Pickens Street property that they had, and they want the CPA committee to, you know, do something with that, but it's not our job. It's our job to put projects
Right.
forward, so, but it really does need people from the community to step forward and work on some of these projects to bring forward, so. Like I say, this is just basically information for you guys. And I look forward to you finding some projects that will
Well, we
maybe
are
come up
gonna
with a
start
whole-
on Phoebe Turner's table song soon. Did you find lakes, Ken?
Sorry?
Find brownstone lakes?
No, they're all marble. And also
You told me they were granite. Are they marble?
the ones that we can get are marble, but also the granite from Southeast Fence Company.
See, neither of them
We
are
don't wanna
really
do that.
acceptable, no.
We don't wanna do that. We're
No,
gonna
we
stay
want
with
to
this,
find some
you know.
brownstone.
We want brownstone.
See, the problem is that if you're gonna have this as a, what we call that?
We're in the process now trying to get Thompson Hill on the National Register of Historic Places,
So-
and they're very specific. The library couldn't be on it because it's awarded with the wrong kind of
Right,
order.
right.
So you
So-
have to be really very careful,
Right,
because
so-
something can pretty quickly, they can say no pretty quickly for something as small as mortar over there
Do you have that photograph?
of the stone.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean that.
What photo?
No, the one you said you had a photo?
This is the photo I said I had.
Oh, I have that. I don't
No.
have that photo.
So I guess I'm good, right?
good.
Am I
Yeah,
good?
thanks a lot.
Okay,
Okay.
so that you know,
Yeah.
and like I say, I'll let you know right away, because if you have something that comes up, I'll let you know immediately when we start accepting applications.
Okay.
We were hoping it was gonna be for the spring, it just hasn't
Not gonna
worked.
happen.
Things, the wheels turn slowly.
They do though.
Actually, this happened pretty fast. We just passed this and now we already have a plan. It's not like a beautiful plan like Middleborough's, but it's a plan. That's what we needed to get going.
Yeah.
And when we
That's
start
what we need
having
to start
projects, it
somewhere.
will get better.
It
So,
will.
it's got the basics, so, good luck.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Take care. Yeah, so getting back to that, we have to go with the brownstone.
Yeah.
We don't have a choice on that.
No.
And you have a source, you said.
Yeah, a guy in Tiverton said he has steps, brownstone steps, which would have to be altered, cut down.
So you have the original one?
I have an original one at my house.
Oh, you
I was
have
gonna
one?
read it, it was too heavy to move, but the 6x6x22 is what it was on.
So you might want to pick that up before
Yeah.
you go there.
6x6x22. It could be longer because we're gonna sink it in the ground, probably, right?
I would think you want a foundation first.
We need
so
some
Yeah.
kind of foundation, so
Yeah.
out of the ground is 6x6x22.
All right. Yeah, we need a foundation. And we gotta figure out what we're gonna do, since there's 2 stones. Are we gonna put one at the
I
bottom?
don't know I don't know that we are. I mean, I have to find out, because if the original one was laying on the ground, we'd probably have to put it back where it was.
Yeah,
And,
Well-
and you can see from the picture on this that it wasn't on the other, it wasn't on the legs before.
Can I see that? I don't have my book. Yeah,
and I may have to ask you to, go with me to look at the brownstone,
Uh-oh.
because I sold my truck.
I'll be happy to go look at it too.
As soon as I was forced into retirement, I just sold my truck.
Smart thinking.
yeah, better the Cadillac.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask, Jean. She
I've already
come-
sent her a big email about it.
Well, I'm gonna ask Jean for the original, the photograph of the.
Me too, I already did.
You did?
I did. I'm
You
waiting to
did?
hear back. I sent her a huge email about the entire situation. I'm waiting to
Okay.
hear back from her.
Because what we need to do is blow this up, that we can see something. We can't.
I asked her, did she have original pictures? If she didn't have original pictures, do you recall where that stone was? So I've already sent her a huge email with all the,
Okay.
with all
I
the
could
details that we
scan
need.
that picture and then blow it up on the
Yeah,
computer.
it's still gonna be grainy,
Yeah,
but if she has the original, to blow that up, take it over to Staples or somebody.
yeah.
Because if that doesn't have, I can't tell from this. I
You
really
can tell pretty much from looking at that picture that the other one is not under it. And Jean's book says she can read the information on the other stone, which leads you to believe that it wasn't sitting on that one because she couldn't have gotten the information
Yeah,
off of the other stone. The broken corner of that,
Yep.
the bottom one is broken, the corner is right next to where the table is.
oh,
So my feeling would be that where that corner of the old stone is where that stone probably was. That's why I asked Jean if she had any pictures.
yeah,
Yeah, she does, she did this.
I mean, she's really, really involved, so I've contacted her, Ken, I'm just waiting to hear back.
Yeah, she's coming over for dinner one day here, so.
uh, have you read the minutes yet?
No, I haven't. I have not.
So I've written a letter to the director of District 5 Highway Department.
Thank you.
So
So has this letter been sent?
no, it has not been sent.
Okay, we're going to approve it.
Yeah, I thought we should figure out what you guys think. It'll probably fall on deaf ears anyway. Should I read this into the record?
Why don't you?
Yeah. All right, so this is to Mary Jo Perry, 1000 County Street in Taunton. Dear Ms. Perry, I am writing to you because the Lakeville Cemetery Commission has identified a potential disaster at our Clark Cemetery on Bedford Street, Route 105. There is a row of very large dead ash trees along the roadside. These trees are on state property, and the danger is that they will fall into the Clark Cemetery. If this is allowed to happen, the granite posts and metal rails in front of the cemetery will most certainly be destroyed. Old headstones are also in danger. With the dead trees being on state property, the Lakeville Cemetery Commission believes any liability clearly belongs to the state. We request the removal of these trees. Respectfully, Emery Orlo, Chairman, Lakeville Cemetery Commission.
I make a motion that we send this letter
I
Okay.
second.
to District 5 Highway Department.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just as a side note, you don't have the Lakeville stamp?
No. If I bring it to, I might have it somewhere.
Yeah, because we got you one, do you recall?
Yeah,
So that should be on there.
okay.
Showing the, as far as the legal point is.
Yeah.
Well, I make a motion that we accept the minutes of December 13th, 2022,
A second.
without alteration or addition.
I don't think it needs to be altered. All right, all those in
I'll type them
favor?
up.
Aye.
I'll type them up and send them to the town clerk's office to post on the website.
All right, so the only thing we have left is, we gotta discuss the fee schedule for a double grave, which we didn't get to cover at our meeting with the selectmen.
So the single grade was raised to 1,000, right?
Yeah,
So the double to $12.50 with additional $250 on Saturdays or Sundays.
well, it says here, double grave 1,400.
Where's that one?
Double grade was
Okay.
1,400.
Do we want to do 1,400?
I see.
I was talking to, I mean, that's great, I mean, if we can get that, Jim would be very happy with that. Wait a minute, 1,250 and 250 is how much? 1,500, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and the Saturday supplement, we have 200. What did we say, this, is this the one for the selectmen we had approved for the,
A single grade got approved for 1,000.
yeah.
and what about the Saturday supplement?
The Saturday supplement stays the same. I think we didn't change that.
We didn't change it.
Did they approve that?
We didn't, it wasn't brought up.
We didn't bring it up.
So we have to bring it up? So Saturday.
We can't talk about that now because it's not on the agenda.
Right. It's on the agenda now.
We can only talk about the double grade.
Yeah. Okay, so,
You wanna raise it to 1,600?
no, because if you have,
We raised a single to 800.
wait a minute. If this was approved before, on 2018, if this was approved on 2018,
Yes.
then the double grade is 1,400, that's fine.
All right, so you're gonna leave, so you raise the single but leave the double.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we're done with that. We don't need
yeah,
to.
we don't need to go back to them for anything,
Good.
because Tim's gonna be very happy with it. Yesterday I discussed it with him, he said 1,250. But that's okay, because most everyone
What did you try
around,
to, about 1,250?
Yeah, that's what we discussed, but the point is, I didn't realize, I didn't go back into the record to see this.
It's already 1,400.
It's already 1,400, so that eliminates us having to go to the selectmen,
Yes.
Yes,
because that will balance out, the 1,400 will balance out. Yeah, because he was asking for 250 for the Saturday supplements, but that was fine. I make a motion, we don't go back to the selectmen. Is this what it is?
what the motion would be that we leave the amount
Yeah,
at
the way it is.
1,400.
The way it is.
I second.
All
Yeah.
those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That was easy.
That was easy. Okay. That's pretty much everything, I guess.
That's everything on the agenda, so I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Okay, all those in favor of adjourning the meeting?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.